vegan Brookie. It's a brownie and a cookie, and it was so delicious, y'all. Look at that. Let me tell y'all how I made it. Let's get into it. Hey y'all, welcome back to another video. So today, like I said in the beginning, as you read from the title, we'll be making a vegan Brookie, is what they call it. It is a mixture between like a cookie and a brownie, and it was also delicious. So first of all, you want to definitely start by preheating your oven to about 350 degrees. And the butter that I'll be using, because a lot of y'all always ask, is going to be this Country Crock plant butter. So you want to use a whole stick of that or a half a cup of butter. We're also going to be using some brown sugar and also some white sugar, and we're going to give that a nice little pulse in the food processor. If you do not have a food processor, you're definitely welcome to use a beater, I think is what it's called, like the electric beater, the electric mixer. Yes, electric mixer, y'all, that's what it's called. But if you're doing this in a food processor, you want to make sure you do it for about a minute and a half. Now all of the ingredients will be splattered all over the food processor, so you want to definitely make sure to scrape the sides and move everything back in the middle so that it becomes well mixed and well incorporated. Once that is mixed for about a minute and a half, we want to go ahead and remove the top, and we're going to add some additional ingredients. I am using some just egg for this recipe. You can use flax egg if you like. 3 tablespoons equal 1 small egg. We're also going to be using 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Again, you want to scrape the sides to make sure that everything becomes incorporated. If you are using an electric mixer, then you already know what to do. Next, in a bowl, we're going to add our dry ingredients. So I will be using 1 cup of flour. I'll be using some cocoa powder. You can use whatever type of brand you like, and also some baking soda, and also just a little bit of salt. And you want to make sure to go ahead and whisk all of these ingredients together and get those nice and mixed up before adding our wet ingredients. Next, you want to slowly, and I mean slowly, incorporate our wet ingredients. So you just want to add like a dollop of it if you're doing this in a bowl by hand, and then just mix it up, making sure to break up the chunks of butter. If you're doing this with an electric mixer, then you already know, then it's going to mix it for you. I just didn't feel like opening mine, y'all. I was actually being very, very lazy. So as you can see, I'm just adding it in slowly and just giving it a nice little mix until it becomes a paste. know it looks like it's not coming together, child, but it's coming together. And I was so like, oh my God, what is happening? Because this was not the consistency that I was actually expecting with this recipe. This is my very, very first time trying this recipe, and I must say that I actually liked it, but during the process, I was like, oh my God, what is this? But y'all just keep mixing. If you're not using an electric mixer and you're using this by hand, keep on mixing, baby. It's gonna come together and it's gonna look like a paste. And once it does, you'll know, okay? It looks like a fudge paste, just like this right here. So just keep mixing and keep rubbing it against the bowl. Next, I will be adding in some additional ingredients, and these are optional. I'm using some dairy-free chocolate chips, and I'm also using some pecans because I feel like that would be so good in a brownie. You know what I mean? Extra chocolate is always good, double chocolate in a brownie. But you want to give that a nice little mix and make sure to incorporate that in as well. Once everything is mixed, you want to go ahead and scoop out your cookies. Now listen, and I mean listen well. As you can see, I'm doing this with a spoon and a spatula, okay? If you have like an ice cream scooper, it's definitely best to use that because as you can see, it's kind of messy. So I'm just basically trying to do this the best way that I know how. And y'all, one thing that I would definitely recommend when you are scooping out your cookies is to go ahead and shape it like a cookie. You want to go ahead and flatten it out to your liking, shape it to the circular circumference of your liking, child, because when I say however you put it down is however it's gonna be, okay? So we have to keep in mind that this does not have any real egg in it. So yeah, make sure to shape the cookie to your liking, and then you want to pop these in the oven and bake them on 350 until they are crispy at the top. One thing I did do is let mine bake for too long, but when I say they are delicious and they taste like brownies, let me know down below if you're gonna make these. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you on the next one.